What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and we're back once again. Yes, I go talk to you guys earlier in the week about North Carolina. The season was getting tipped off and ended up beating the Elon team, and the game was a lot closer than I would like to see, and it was a little concerning. So going into this Kansas game, I was extremely concerned taking on the #1 team in Fog Allen Fieldhouse, a very tough place. The place is almost like Cameron Indoor. It feels like it's sitting on you, like the crowd is sitting on you, and the crowd always gets to rocking. So #9 North Carolina takes their talents into #1 Kansas, with the Kansas team who's reloaded, and they hit the transfer portal hard. Hunter Dickinson, everybody's favorite college basketball player, not mine, but it feels like he's been in school for 1,000 years. A former guy transferred from Michigan, still playing college basketball, which is crazy. But North Carolina came into this game, fought, and I thought they could give themselves a chance if they play hard, and that's what they did. They withstand some punches, some fighting. Kansas was up at 20 points at one point in time. Carolina came and took the lead late in that game with under 3 minutes left, and they had a shot to win the game. But they could not close the game out with a couple. Them last two possessions in the game were bad. Kansas made sure R.J. Davis did not touch the basketball those last two possessions. Jalen Watts took a three in the corner, missed. Elliot Godot was forced to take a tough contested three. It fell short, and North Carolina loses 92-89 in a thriller, which was hard fought. And I give the guys a lot of credit. They were in there, and they fought their asses off. Elliott was disappointed, but that's okay. We're going to get to the concerns for this game, and I've talked about this before the season started, that the biggest problem with North Carolina was the size. Jalen Washington is not a true 5. Jalen Withers is good, but he is not. He is undersized. Same thing with Van Lubin. It's just tough, man. They fight, but we just don't have that true North Carolina center big that we normally had in order for us to win a national championship. The guard play is phenomenal, but this front court, it's gonna be a struggle. These guards are gonna have to carry us all season. I've talked about that. And the biggest problem, and towards the end of that game, North Carolina could not stop Hunter Dickinson. They would feed him the post, and it would either be a foul or he would kick it out for a three. No, Kansas wasn't great from the three-point line. They only hit 6 threes, but just that space, and it's tough to rebound. But North Carolina actually out-rebounded Kansas 40-39. But it was still tough, So they fought what they could, but 20 and 11 from Hunter Dickinson, and Flory Badunga, the true freshman, came in. He had 8 points, 8 rebounds in 11 minutes, but he gave him a spark, and North Carolina just had no answers. And then Kansas's guards are just as good as North Carolina's. You got Zeke Mayo, Rylan Griffin, DeJuan Harris, AJ Storr, a couple of transfers. So it was tough. And the bad thing, too, is you go to a place like this, you got limited turnovers. They had 11 turnovers, which is not horrible, which is pretty good, actually, on the road. But Kansas only had 4. And off those 11 turnovers, converted it into 16 points for Kansas. So that's a big factor. Once that crowd get rocking towards the end of the game, it felt like it was shaking. Another big concern for me with that front court, too, is they got a portal guy. We all know about the portal, how college basketball is. You pay these guys to transfer out and they leave. And this is K. Tyson, the guy who talked about would a competition be too big for him? How will he play? He's a transfer from Belmont. He played exactly 1 minute in this game, and that is very concerning for a guy who was supposed to give you big contribution. He's a wing guy, so you need that size, you need that defense, but it just wasn't there. For whatever reason, Hubert didn't play him, and I wish I knew the answers why. He didn't really elaborate on it, but got to figure out if he doesn't play a lot this season, it's going to be very, very, very concerning. I will give Jalen Withers and Jalen Washington some credit. They played well, especially Withers. He had some big-time threes in that second half. He had 11 points, 9 rebounds. He's played well in these first 2 games, but like I said, he's undersized. Also, Jalen Washington, 7 points and 9 rebounds. My biggest problem with Jalen Washington, he's too much of a finesse player. He doesn't have that physicality that you need from a true 5, and that is going to be a problem all season. But he played solid. Lubin did as best as he could. He had 10 points and 3 rebounds, but the problem is he fouled out the Hunter Dickinson effect. So that is the key reason we lost this game, is the interior inside, and that's going to be a problem all teams, and when we play teams that are a lot bigger than us and more physical. But if we have an even matchup at the guard spot, Carolina has the advantage, or it's going to be neutral, so the guards are going to have to go off. Now, Seth Trimble was a breakout star, 19 points. R.J. Davis, 16 points, not bad. But these three, Elliott, Seth, and R.J. combined for 47 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 7 assists from Elliott, who is a true playmaker. But like I said, the size of the guards combined are a big issue as well. But that doesn't stop them from being able to score the basketball and make plays, and that's what they had to do. So they gave enough. They gave a great effort, but Kansas said they were not letting RJ Davis beat them. But I believe North Carolina will bounce back in the season. There's still a long season to go. It's only 2 games in the season, but this was a test to see the mental toughness of adversity, and I believe they passed the test, even though they did not win this game. It's a long season. This would have been nice for a huge boost early in the season on the resume to have a win on the road against the #1 team in the country, but they'll have opportunities to get some big wins. Let's say their next game is next Friday. Let's think it's the 15th against American, not a great team. And then they go to Hawaii to take on Hawaii, and then they start the Maui Invitational. North Carolina's been historically successful in this tournament, so they start off with Dayton, and then I don't know, depends on if they win this game, who they play after that. But I'll be back for that, of course. And December 4th, they take on Alabama, the #2 team in the country right now, who is explosive on offense. Their guard play is just as great, and they have size. They got the guy who I wanted, Clifford Murray. I thought he was going to have it go to Carolina, but he ended up picking Bama, which would have been huge for us. That would have put us over the top, I believe. But we'll take on Bama in the SEC ACC Challenge, and that will be a matchup. They also have UCLA on the schedule. There's some chances for some more key wins for this team this season, and of course, ACC is a solid conference. Also we got a hated rival, Duke. So there's a lot of time left in the season, but like I said, I like the performance from the team, and they'll be back, man. They'll be back. They'll bounce back. They'll only get better as the season goes on, and loved what I've seen. Also, I got to throw this in here. I loved what I seen from Ian Jackson, the freshman. He had a really good game. Like to see him get some more playing time as well. He played with some confidence, bounce. The jumper looked good. Hit a couple of threes. Nice pull up jumper. Drake Powell was okay. He looked at it like a freshman at times. Like freshmen are gonna look, but got to get them playing as much as possible. So Hubert's still figuring it out. But long way to go in the season. But I love what these Tar Heels are gonna do. So hey. Appreciate the video. Appreciate the love. Like, subscribe. Love this video. Follow me on Twitter @KeepingScore. It's your boy Adrian. I'm out.